Today we are at ASU-Beebe on its Searcy campus talking about computerized machining technology. So I have several gentlemen joining me today. Derrick, who is a senior instructor of computerized machining technology. Brandon McMurphy, who is a production supervisor at Danfoss and a recent graduate of the program as well. And Shane Muse, who is the HR manager at Danfoss. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. Being in this lab is just incredible, so I'm so excited to talk more about this program. But Derrick, kick us off here and just tell us about this program and what all it entails.
So the computerized machining program, we like to say that we take you from having an idea all the way through a final product. So we teach students how to cut stuff out manually with mills and lathes, just turning the dials, cutting the parts themselves. We'll get up to CNC machines like this one here behind us, where you could program G-code. And it's like plotting points on a graph, we'll tell people. If you know how to program an X and Y location, you tell the machine to go to that point and it'll do something when it gets there on its way to it. Then we also have some classroom stuff where we do, making this code on a software, or also doing 3D modeling and running 3D printer. So you can take your part and you can do a prototype of it before you take it out to the shop. And you can get a 2-year associate's degree in our program doing this.
And it sounds like it's very hands-on for the students.
Yes, it is. That's what a lot of students, we have some that like the designing aspect a little bit more, than we have those that like getting in the shop and getting dirty and running the machines.
Shane, talk about the job need or demand, not only in this region, but the entire state.
Yeah, so CNC machinists, there's definitely a gap in Searcy and in this region for CNC machinists and the industry. So there's a lot of demand for programs like what Derrick offers at ASU Searcy. From Danfoss's perspective, especially here locally, I have a maturing workforce that really is going to take a lot of tribal knowledge with them as they exit the workforce into retirement, which is, honestly what we hope for everybody to do is retire. And a program like this, really brings students in with the tools that they can equip for job skills and the core values of CNC, and really helps us, build our presence for tomorrow. So,
Brendan, what type of advancement opportunities are available in this industry?
Well, a little history about myself, a little background is I've been with the company for 5 years now, and I knew I wanted to do manufacturing, and it's what I really enjoyed and really liked. And so I've been with them for 5 years, and then Danfoss gave me the opportunity to go to school here, and they've helped me go to school. And the benefit of it is that ASU has worked with my schedule, and I can come here at night, do night classes. The advancement opportunities, I started out as a temp on the floor, got hired on as an operator, went into the continuous improvement role, and then recently just got promoted to production supervisor.
Wow! So, congrats to you.
Thank you. It's been a great journey so far, and I still want to continue. I got 2 associate degrees here, and I'm working on bachelor's for engineering management with Jonesboro.
Well, keep on going. You got this. That kind of is a good segue into my next question, Derrick, of just those educational opportunities that do exist for students.
Right, so like Brandon was talking about, when we have our night programs here, so we had a bunch of people, if you just work an 8 to 5 job, you can't come here during the day for our typical 8 to 3 classes. And so we saw there was that need there. So we started running our program 100% at night as well, where you could come 1 night a week for individual classes, and individuals like Brandon was able to graduate their 2-year associate's degree in a faster pace, because we go nights through the summer as well. And so I think when he graduates, probably like 18 months to do a 2-year degree. So he was able to fast track them. And so we wanted to be able to have those people that could not come any other way. And then we also do some non-credit workforce training that we've been doing with Shane here on them, is those that can't make it over here, or maybe already have a degree but they need to learn a little bit more knowledge. We can sit down with them, do customized training for individuals like Danfoss, and work through some metrology things or blueprint reading, things like that.
Shane, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, absolutely. That training and partnership has grown tremendously over the last year, and it's really for my existing workforce that don't have the certification and degree, and hopefully they get that experience and that drive that makes them want to continue growing their education. We've done some cool stuff with blueprinting and metrology, and I mean it's really great for retention and for engagement of the team.
Sure.
So absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Derrick, I'm sure that this industry has really changed throughout the years. How are you able to adapt to that?
Yeah, it has. So this campus here actually used to be Foothills. Started in the 60s. And then 20 years ago, we merged with ASU-Beebe and became, ASU-Beebe at the Searcy campus. It used to be a tool and die program, but when we did the merger, we moved to the CNC machines like we have here. And so we have advisory meetings. We have people like these guys here from industry that we sit with them. We talk about how has the industry changed? What do we need to be doing to be teaching for this? So we kind of leaned more into the CNC. And then recently we was able to get a little over $1.6 million worth of grant funds.
Wow.
I got $1 million from the Arkansas Department of Higher Education to buy 5-axis machine like this one here and some other CNC machines that we could not have purchased any other way. And then we did a $660,000 grant from the Office of Skills Development to be able to add the robotics, because robotics is kind of a growing thing. I've talked with these gentlemen here. They've actually starting to add robotics to their plant. So now we can also start teaching that as the industry has changed.
Are there scholarships available for students?
Yes, there are. So there's several different scholarships like those from just our ACT scholarships coming in, but we have a scholarship from the Gene Haas Foundation, and his is the gentleman who makes all the Haas machines. So he wanted to be able to help people go to school. So we got, just this past year, $18,000 worth of scholarship funds. We'll get some more scholarship funds here in October. And so with those, we can give scholarships for students to come in, but also we can do Skills USA. We're a big Skills USA chapter competing. The Arkansas one's usually in April at Hot Springs. We had a team this past year that went to nationals. We got 4th in the nation in automated manufacturing contest. Well, we could use some of those funds for our students to go. So he kind of likes to help students that are in programs go and do those competitions, but also those who want to get into the program so we can give scholarship funds.
Sure, and I'm also reading here that this program is eligible for the Arkansas Future Grant, which can cover all mandatory tuition and fees, which is so awesome in itself as well. Gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And we'll have more Good Morning Arkansas after the break.